Hey, what's up, everybody? Video 44 coming at you with another video. All right, so the Lakers won 106-103 in a barn burner down the stretch of the basketball game. We were able to ice it with 2 free throws from D'Lo. I tell you, this was a game I didn't get a chance to see as much as I would have liked to. My attention was split somewhere else, unfortunately, tonight. But I can tell you that I did watch a good portion of the first half and third quarter. And I really like what I saw from D'Angelo Russell. Some guys bounced back. You know, he had 28 points, 10 to 14 shooting from the field. And Anthony Davis had a monster game. I think he had like 24 points, 3 blocks, 5 assists, double-digit rebounds. Just phenomenal stuff from AD. Really love that. Also, shout out to Christian Wood. We talked about his defense as being anemic. He had 3 blocks tonight. I thought his defense really showed up where it needed to. And, you know, the problem for us was just our perimeter shooting. We shot under 30% from behind the arc. That's not good. I did notice that the Magic had 40% from both the field and the three, which I thought was an interesting stat. But you know, at the end of the day, I can't speak as much about this game as I would like to, just because of how split my focus was. But I can tell you, it feels good to get a victory, especially when we had a chance to lose this game many times over. We are struggling with a Magic team that had Paolo Banchero in foul trouble in the first half. We just gotta thank Franz Wagner for having a cold night. He did not shoot very well, and that's what really stood out in the stats. He was really especially anemic for his squad. So, you know, shout out to everybody on that Laker team for just coming out and digging in. We're not playing well as a squad. We only scored 6 points on this team. I just feel like at the end of the day, we're starting to find who we want to be. We did pile together 2 wins, and I think we're lucky to have those 2 wins. We barely beat the Phoenix Suns, and we barely beat the Orlando Magic. And now we got to go up against a Clipper team that we know darn well we don't play well against, and then go on the road, see this Magic again, followed by a couple of very serious games that are coming up between the Heat, and then we got Phoenix somewhere down the road as well throughout that process, with the tournament just 5 or 4 games away. So, you know, I'm telling you guys, the Lakers very happy to get this win. We need to tighten up from here, though. Darvin Ham is going to have to get those rotations in order, and we need our guys to heal up from injury, particularly Vanderbilt. We need him on this road trip. So, one thing that's coming to mind for me is our small forward rotation. Now, I like our small forwards. I don't want to poo-poo these guys, but Cam Reddish and Taurean Prince, I don't know if I want them in the pecking order that they're in right now. I would much rather that be Rui Hachimura when he gets back. Of course, he didn't go tonight. Max Lewis possibly can play that small forward position as well. And I just want to see us use Max Christie in that rotation. Austin Reeves didn't have the greatest game tonight, but he did bounce back some from the last game. So hopefully this can be him working his way through that. Of course, last night he was 1 for 12. Tonight I think he had about 10 points. Not great shooting percentages, but better. You know, just better. So that's an improvement, and hopefully it can carry over to the Clipper game where he's even better than that. Gabe Vincent shot well tonight. Definitely want to give Gabe his credit. We've been getting on his case, but this was not a bad Gabe Vincent game. You got to give Gary Harris on the other team credit, because he really stood out for me, especially at the end of the first half, going nuts. And, you know, I just want to give the game ball to either D'Lo or Anthony Davis, because at the end of the day, those 2 guys really stepped up for the Lakers and had monster games for their standards. Probably D'Lo with the 10 out of 14 shooting. And 28 points, 8 assists, although Anthony Davis had a monster stat line. I just think that D'Lo probably was the guy that was hitting the most big shots and was most efficient down there for us. Really kind of taking it to the Orlando Magic in a way that we had seen him play in the preseason, in a way we hope he would play every game. So that's really what I can say, man. I don't want to sit up here and cap and say, and this play happened, and this play happened. I didn't watch, man. I did not. My mind was very much elsewhere. But the Los Angeles Lakers did give us a win against the Orlando Magic, and that snaps me into focus to say that I'm very much appreciative that my team won tonight. And, you know, I don't want to struggle with the Clippers. You know how it is when you come up against the Clippers. We've been losing against them left and right, even though they are still the B team in the city. they have definitely been the winning team against us, probably since they put Kawhi and PG together. I don't think it's any question right now who's the better team. It's them. It just is, man. Russell Westbrook and those guys, Bones Highland's playing well. If I'm just to look forward to this next game, I really want us to come in with a certain heightened level of focus. The way that we played kind of sloppy against these last several teams to start this season, including the night against the Orlando Magic, if we come out there looking like this, we will not win that game. Let's just be real. And so I had the same concerns about going against Sacramento. I thought we brought it to Sacramento. The one thing that I can say about this Orlando game, even though we did win it, I really genuinely thought we played down to the level of the opponent. Now, I thought the pace that we used was similar to the pace that they were using, so that kind of had something to do with it. But there were times in this game we were down by 5 points, 6 points, and they didn't even have their best players on the floor, man. Jalen Suggs needs to be given some credit tonight. He was really active throughout this game. I didn't take a look at his stats, but I felt like his presence was very much felt. And, that's just really what it comes down to. It's too much Franz Wagner, too much missed shots. Also, we have got to get better at execution. We talk about this a lot, but missing certain key shots down the stretch of the ball game, I just don't know if my shot makers are shot making the way that we need them to. If it wasn't for D'Lo being absolutely hot tonight, we lose this basketball game. So coach needs to find a way to, I don't know what needs to happen, but he's going to have to light a fire into these guys, because just like the last win we had, there was plenty to complain about in regards to how we executed and how we played overall. This was not a LeBron James game tonight, but then again, he played last night, and he's 38 years old, going to be 39 in a couple months. I don't expect for him to always play well or even play, period, in back-to-back. So kudos for Bron for just suiting up alone, let alone for playing as well as he did. So about 17 points. Still working on his assists, getting his assists high. I don't remember what he had, but he definitely made some good plays out there. Physical basketball play from the King. And, yeah, man, I just appreciate the effort from LeBron specifically, man. When you're this far into your career and you're playing it back-to-backs, it's nothing but appreciation for that. So, yeah, that's where my mind goes. I just don't think the three ball's falling. It was falling so well in the preseason, but you look at those stats tonight, and we just don't have it like that. And so it's going to be incumbent upon our guys to get their shooting legs underneath them and hit these shots, especially on this dang road trip that's coming up in Florida. And I forgot who the other team was that we are going to be playing on that road trip. Somebody in the Eastern Conference. But, good win, Lakers. We got the same Orlando Magic team coming up in 4 days. So we're going to get to turn around, go back down to their building, and try to steal another one. I think we match up pretty well against them, especially if AD's going to play this well. And, we can continue to bring size to size, because that's exactly what they have. I expect for Franz Wagner and Paolo Banchero to step up big at home, since they more or less laid a stinker tonight for their standards. Even though those are young players, I do expect that they're going to be rejuvenated at home. So, we'll see them very soon. We won't forget who we saw down there, and best believe they're going to try to get their get back against us. So, yeah, man, I want to say good win. Every win is a good win, but this was not the greatest showing of Laker basketball. We just happened to win the basketball game, and that's kind of what it is, man. I know we're shorthanded tonight. We didn't have Rui, we didn't have Vanderbilt, but I need my guys to do more with their minutes. Jackson Hayes, 10 minutes and didn't really do much. He was a professional jogger out there. Cam Reddish, professional jogger out there. We need more from our bench. If these guys are going to be the guys you choose, Darvin, you got to find a way to get these guys productive for us out there. So that's really as much as I can give it, man. Like I said, that fourth quarter, I pretty much didn't watch none of that. So ain't going to be me sitting up here saying, and they did this, and they did. I don't know, man. I'm sorry. I just don't come prepared. And didn't care to wait for the highlights tonight. I just wanted to get going and get this video out here and let you guys know what I saw. But, it's great to win. The Lakers beat the Magic. We are in a good position to go into L.A. off of a win, which is the Clippers, of course, but go into their building, I believe it is, and find ourselves capable of competing with them so long as we get back some guys, man. Hopefully Vanderbilt will be back for that Clipper game. That'll really be big for us. Rui Hachimura as well. I don't know where Jalen Hood-Schifino is, but hopefully he can come back too. And, you know, I felt, as I was looking at the stats, I saw Castleton was available. Some our two-way guys were available. Coach didn't use them. I felt he should have used them. So I don't know. Darvin in his rotations, man, as long as it's going to get us victories, we're not going to complain. But I just think there are easier ways of going about finding success if we just utilize this roster a bit better. But hey, in a win, as good as it needs to be. So that's pretty much all I got to say, man. I appreciate everybody for watching BDF 44, and I'm out.